Okay, so what are the hours like at Doordash, which is a delivery service that you can work? Uh, and I want to welcome you if you're brand new to Doordash or you're considering signing up. It's a lot of fun. Really, the restaurants are the greatest, actually. So let's get right to it. What are the hours like at Doordash? Well, it kind of depends on the city and state that you're working. They kind of vary. If you work Birmingham, Alabama, they have shifts from 7 in the morning all the way till midnight. And honestly, I think they're running 24 hours out there. Um, and, the shifts vary. You can, Dash Now work for like an hour, or 2 hours. It'll throw you a thing where you could say how long you want to work. If you schedule in advance, though, you get priority to orders. So that's a chance of the more higher expensive orders, and that drivers aren't turning down the little ones, because the Dash Now are the littler orders generally. But I mean, you can get some big orders on there, if nobody's working or working another delivery. But you have a better chance at bigger orders if you're on the schedule instead of Dash Now. Um, if you go to like Pensacola, Florida, they have half-hour shifts. If you'd go on the Dash Now, um, and don't schedule. But also remember, if you schedule for a shift, say there's a shift open, and you can schedule 24 hours on the app for whatever shifts you want to work the next day. It doesn't mean that that place works 24 hours. It just means the app is open so you can schedule at any time. You could schedule shift in 10 minutes before a shift starts if it's available. The thing is to schedule, 7 days in advance. And that way, if you change your mind, cancel the shift out before it starts. If you're going to be late, well, the other day I was late like 15 minutes, but they didn't close my shift or stop me from reserving any other shifts or dashing now either. So that was kind of cool. Um, but you can work as many hours as you want that are available for the city you're in, or if you want to drive to another city, you can work it too. You want to drive to another state, you can work it too. Um, as long as they have DoorDash there, they're opening new locations, every month. So you have to keep an eye out, and I list them on my YouTube. So if you'll subscribe, which is free, if you subscribe to my channel, I've got more information on that. I post it as soon as I find out. So, um, you can work 1 hour this week and not work for the next 3 years and still be registered with DoorDash. You can work 10 hours in one day and not work the whole rest of the week. You can work, 200 hours in one week and not work next week. You could do just pretty much whatever you'd like to do. And if you want to end, early, um, I don't suggest it on the bonus plan if you're signed up for the bonus plan where you get the $3 or $5 bonus or dollar bonus per order. You don't want to sign out of that shift early. You need to read the instructions when you sign in, because, it may say you have to work the whole shift and have so many orders to get the bonus plan. But if you are scheduled on a shift, say you picked, uh, you know, 7 a.m. till midnight. You want to leave at 4 or just clock out. It says in now. You push that button, in now. And you get out and they don't fine you for it or anything. But that's the option though. If you schedule for a big long shift, that way, if the money's really flying, you can stay. That way, you're still working because if you try the dashing hours, a lot of times they'll only sign you up for a half-hour shift, hour and a half shift, a 4 hour shift. It's real oddball, and then it's really hard to get signed back in that day. You can sign into as many shifts as you want in a day by Dash Now or scheduling if that it's available. That's the problem. If it's available. So, uh, if you just want to work a few hours or you're not sure of what your hours will be on Thursday, just sign up for the whole shift, and reserve it. And that way, you work when you're ready to work or leave as early as you want to leave. Um, Try to be there for the opening of the shift, though, so that they, know you're going to be there, because that's what they base their orders on. Orders are being cooked and generally not sent to you until they're ready. That's usually how they do it, because they want the food fresh and hot. And they will send it to whatever restaurant is closest to the customer. So if it says, the radius is 6 miles for this order, well, it may be 5 miles to the restaurant. It's right next to the customer's house, and then, 1 mile to their house. That's pretty much the way they do it. So, and that does make sense, because a lot of people go, God, I passed like 15 Wendy's on the way, or, 15 Longhorns on the way. Well, it's probably because they're putting it right next to the customer's house. And then they're partnered in with a lot of restaurant chains. And those partnered in ones are kind of neat, where you don't have to use the red card. They've already sent the order in, it's being cooked, and you walk in, and by God, it's ready. You'll think fast food is crappy, but I'm going to tell you, I went for a Wendy's order, and when I walked in, they're like, "Are you with Doordash?" And they had the order ready when I walked in the door, and it wasn't supposed to be ready for another 10 minutes. That was really cool, so I could get an early start going to find whatever those places I had to deliver it at. Because some places are a little difficult to deliver to. So once you kind of get the hang of it or set up your own rules, it works out great. Apartment complexes, they send me a gate code. I'm like, great, you'll meet me at the gate. I have this color car, and this kind of car that I'm driving. And that solves a lot of problems. Apartment complexes bite, and a lot of these cities have humongous apartment complexes. Last night I went to one that had over 100 huge buildings in one complex. It was like its own city, and it was just horrible to try to find the unit, which I think was a one of those rent overnight things. What do you call that? I forget what they call that, when you go online and you reserve a room, and or a house or whatever, and then I think it was just the tourists that they really didn't know exactly where they're at, and they sure couldn't describe where they were at. That was really bad. But anyway, what are the hours like? Whatever you want. My suggestion to you is click on my link above, so you get some cool bonuses for signing up, and those are really, really neat. It makes really great, especially on a slow day. In some places there's tons of orders, in some places it's not. It depends how many drivers are in town too. And it really doesn't make a difference what day it is. It's just how many people are ordering and how many drivers there are. But it's a pretty casual job. You'll enjoy it. But anyway, that's what the hours are like. You pick them. You pick them. So the only time that it's restricted is when you sign up for the bonus plan, and that will tell you how many hours you need to work for that shift, and how many orders you need to process, and what percentage of the orders you've got to do. And like I might say, 80% of orders, and it might say you have to work a 4 to 7 shift, and you'll get, at the end of the shift, it'll show all the bonuses separate from the payments. And that's how you'll know, because it's not included in the order delivery payment when you see it come up on the screen. But yeah, work whatever hours you want that are available in your city or state or town. They vary upon locations. Some locations close, like promptly at 10, like Pensacola, Florida. They'll close at 10. You know, Birmingham, Alabama, it may be open 24 hours. I know it's open from 7 a.m. till midnight for sure. Biloxi, Mississippi is going to have different hours. And remember, when it's scheduled like 7 in the morning, that's like donut orders and coffee. And that's when you'll really score, is when you do like 100 donuts for the police department, or, a school meeting, or, an office conference. Um, that's a really cool order. You have to check the order to make sure, that everything's there. You let the people that serve you at the restaurant go through it with you before you take it out the door. And that's a cool gig. You could be making like $20 for one delivery. That really rocks. But anyway, so that's what the hours are like at DoorDash. It's what you feel like making them. If you want to work this week and you don't want to work next week, who cares? If you want to work in Memphis, Tennessee this week, and you're going to be, in Biloxi next week, you can do it like that. If you want to be in California tomorrow, you work California. So you make it what you want. All you got to do is have your phone and the app and your location turned on, and you get paid every week. After 2 weeks, you could sign up for fast pay if you meet the requirements. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that vlog, and dash on Dancer, on Prancer, and Comet, on Vixen, because the money's here. It's the holiday season. So welcome, new dashers, or anybody that's considering it. Again, go below this vlog and click on the arrow, and it'll open up the description, and you can go in there and click on the link and get some super cool bonuses because I referred you, and sign up, because it'll take about a week to get started up, where your beginner's kit comes, and most people don't have to go through orientation. It just depends on the area. If there's somebody that does it, they just send you stuff and let you roll. All you learn is what's on YouTube, pretty much. And download the app to your phone right away, and watch the app, because every day it'll change as they're updating your account. And it gets kind of magical each day. You go, wow, it's doing some different stuff, and you'll enjoy it. It's pretty neat little side job. If you want to work a half-hour day, work a half-hour day. It's pretty cool. So you have a great one. Hope you enjoyed it, and I wish the money tree follows you all your way. Lots of cool tips, and enjoy. And the tips are basically good on the app. Cash tips are like nil, but the tips on the app are pretty cool, and you don't really know those till after you're signed out for the day, or your shift. All right, I'll talk to you later. Have a great one. Love to you, and dash on. Have a blessed day from Big Red.